it's Kurt. So, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me because my headphones are necessarily breaking, but we're going to try. Not breaking. You know, when they die, dead, they're dying. Lack of battery. So I don't really know what the fuck my hair is doing, but I think I kind of look like Einstein at this point, so I'm chill with it. I'm down with it. But today, we're going to go over gender roles. Because that's what everyone seems to think trans people don't like. And that's just crazy. No one should like gender roles. So, what are gender roles? In the traditional sense, there are two boxes one for girls, one for boys. Right? We have their two boxes of gender roles. And inside the girl box, we have things like dresses and pink and not sports. And then over in the boy box, we have not dresses and blue and sports. Right? So these are our traditional gender role boxes. And we put people in here from birth based on their external genitalia. Okay? Because everyone has different chromosomes. But we base the boxes that we put them in fully on not their chromosomes, because there's different variations, their external genitalia. And that's what makes gender, at least gender roles. But they don't seem to make sense, right? Because you have girls that like sports, and you have boys that like dresses and pink, like me. So then you have overlap of the boxes. And the boxes don't seem to make sense. And this is where everyone's getting confused. There's this non-binary craze where people are like, I hate gender roles. I refuse to be put in a box, which is great. You should. But how about let's just make these boxes infinite. Infinite boxes. Infinite boxes. So now girls, now femininity, and this is femininity, masculinity. Femininity and masculinity become defined by whatever a girl does and whatever a boy does. If a girl does it, it therefore becomes feminine. If a boy does it, it becomes masculine. So, in this new age gender roles that I'm defining, drag queening would not be femininity, although it's traditional femininity. Over here, the roles that oppress, it would be masculinity because it's boys doing it. And you can ask RuPaul about it. It's boys doing it. Trans women can't do drag. I'm sorry, that's just how it goes. But you can model and whatever, but it's not called drag because that's what boys do. Boys cross-dressing. Uh-huh. So that would be masculinity now. Okay? So there are some things that can't go in either of the boxes. But yeah, you know, really they're mostly overlapping, right? So we have these overlapping, nearly infinite boxes. And I suppose, a girl could do drag. And drag, or whatever we would call it, I would probably give it a different name, but whatever you want to call it, a girl can do it, and then it goes in the box of femininity. But basically, all I'm trying to say is these boxes, if they're infinite, they are no longer defined by what's in the box. They're defined on what the box is based on, right? Okay? I'm saying trans people don't necessarily disagree with the box. They disagree upon what you're basing them on. I was born a boy because I have the necessary characteristics of boyhood, meaning I have a member. Trans women are born girls because they have the necessary characteristics of womanhood. In other words, they have a not a member, even though their external genitalia looks different than what they actually possess. Okay? Do you get it? It's not about the boxes. So then we have non-binary people. And non-binary people, I bet you they do exist in real life because we also have these things called intersex people. And intersex and non-binary people have their own box. And it's the combination of both of these boxes. Okay? They are infinite in nature too. Okay? But it's not based on the box. So stop saying the boxes need to break and then trans people will disappear. Because if the boxes break, trans people are in this paradigm. We are infinite. Cis people are still in the boxes, but trans people are already down here. So we aren't going to disappear if you get rid of the boxes. Just the same as cis people aren't going to disappear if you get rid of the boxes. So I'm tired of people saying, like, you need to be happy with who you are and just be whoever you want to be. I am. I'm happy with who I am. I'm being who I want to be. I'm the same as a 47XXY patient who can't produce testosterone and needs it in his body. Okay? So stop taking away my people's meds because we need them or we go insane. We're telling the truth. Our bodies might be different from cis people, but we are what we say we are. It has nothing to do with the traditional boxes that you're putting us in. We're based in New Age femininity and masculinity. We're further ahead than cis folks. Stop mix out their dragon. So, at least further ahead than cis het folks. So, I'm just tired of it. So if you want to base trans people on gender, you need to get the gender of today, not the gender of yesterday, because it's not based on your traditional gender roles. Those are bullshit. Those are made to keep women in a position of oppression and repression and not good stuff, because women are very smart and the traditional gender role for women are that they are not. But most women I know are smarter than the men I know. You know why? Because they admit when they are wrong and they take credit and they learn and they grow, where men like to protect their ego and pretend that they're like dominant and all knowing. And I know because I try to do it too now. But stop mansplaining. Stop pretending like you know everything, because you probably don't. I know that. I know I don't know everything, but I know this. I know that traditional gender roles are not why trans people are trans. Trans people are trans because we were born male and female. Well, female trans people are born female, and I was born male. Ah. So anyway, that's your little lesson of the day, folks. Stop putting people in boxes. And stop thinking that boxes are why trans people exist. Because trans people are infinite already. So you can never get rid of us. Because we aren't going anywhere.